Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm back with another build inspired by one of my all-time favorite TV shows, Snowfall. Originally, I planned to wait until I finished Jerome in Louie's house before doing the full walkthrough, but the recent update pushed all of my projects back by about 2 weeks. So instead of waiting, I decided to turn this into a full series featuring multiple homes from the show. So I actually built the Bottoms, which was the character Scully's projects a little while ago. So I've been so excited to jump back in and fully finish this project. For those who may not be familiar, Snowfall is a crime drama set in 1980s Los Angeles, exploring how the crack cocaine epidemic was introduced into South Central and surrounding neighborhoods. It is largely inspired by the real-life drug pen Freeway Ricky Ross. The series stars, and I'm going to name as many as I can, Damson Idris, Isaiah John, Gail Bean, Rain Edwards, Angela Lewis, Amin Joseph, Sergio Paris Manchetta, Carter Hudson, Marcus Henderson, Michael Hyatt, DeAndre Bonds, Melvin Gregg, and Kevin Carroll. So the story follows the main character, Franklin Saint, as he rises from a teenager with ambition to a powerful drug kingpin, showing how drugs, government corruption, and greed can devastate entire communities. Rest in peace Alone Abutbul, who played Avi, who unexpectedly passed away in July 2025. Avi was definitely one of my favorite characters, and his passing deeply affected many fans of the show. Of course, we wouldn't have Snowfall without the late, great John Singleton, who co-created the series and was an executive producer of the show. He sadly passed away in April 2019 at the age of 51, following a stroke. Some of his legacy-defining films include Boys in the Hood, Poetic Justice, and Higher Learning. Although he is not with us today, John Singleton's impact on Black culture and our community will forever live on through his work. For me to be able to watch all 6 seasons repetitively of Snowfall, my husband bought me the complete collection on Apple TV for Christmas, but you can also stream it on Hulu. If you haven't watched it yet, I highly recommend checking it out. So I placed this build on a 40 by 30 lot in Del Sol Valley. The main packs I used were High School Years, Get Famous, and a little bit from Laundry Day. There are 2 homes on this lot, so I'd also suggest having the For Rent pack to play the 2 households separately. Here is my version of the Saint family, which include Franklin, Sissy, and Alton. Special shout out to SeeMeeSim for her incredible Damson Idris skin overlay. She also has her own version of him on Patreon, so definitely check hers out as well. Before I start my gameplay, I'd love to find more 70s and 80s inspired clothes and hairstyles, especially for Franklin's mom, Sissy. So if you know of any good CC creators with that style, let me know in the comments. Also, if Franklin's dad, Alton, looked familiar, that's because the actor Kevin Carroll also played Calvin in the movie Paid in Full, starring Mekhi Phifer and Wood Harris. So I created their neighbors, the Wright family. Andre is of course a police officer using the Get to Work pack, and Melody is still a teenager in high school. I dressed all of the cast only using base game clothing, and they are all available to download on my Patreon. Now that you know the history and some details of the show, let's officially start this tour. So of course I couldn't build Franklin's house without placing Mel and Andre's house right next door, so this tour will include 2 homes. I looked up pictures of the actual home located in South Central on Google to capture the outside. The current house has a gate in the front yard, but in the beginning of the series there wasn't one, so I just kept it open. The house has a front porch with a few chairs outside, and there's also a long driveway that runs between the 2 houses. Alright, so let's head inside. So several scenes take place in the living room, including the alternate universe episode at the end of season 3 where Teddy offers Franklin a job with the CIA. There also was an episode with Alton's sobriety party in season 4 that did a good pan of the living room and the dining room. So the room features a fireplace, couch, and 2 chairs. Occasionally there was a TV on the side table, but I decided to leave it out. So for the dining room, I referenced the episode where Mel goes missing after a night out. Andre comes over to ask Franklin if he's seen her while the Saint family was sitting at the table and eating breakfast. I really tried to match the scale of an authentic South Central home from the 1980s. So if you're from that area, let me know how I did with this floor plan. So now let's check out Franklin's room. We saw Franklin's room in several episodes, including when Kevin, Franklin, and Leon discussed distribution plans and they were like throwing all the money around. His room had a few dressers, a desk, small closet, and a bathroom that may have also been connected to the hallway. Next door is Sissy's bedroom. A short scene that took place in her room was when Scully was targeting Franklin and his family after the shootout with Manboy. Franklin comes to the house and suggests his parents to leave, but they refuse. Sissy's room also had an attached bathroom, making this a 2-bedroom and 2-bathroom house. So the kitchen appears frequently throughout the series. In one episode, Franklin borrows Sissy's car after bringing in groceries. He ends up taking the car to a Mexican gang neighborhood where the driver's side window gets busted. After Gustavo helps him escape, he returns home and lies, saying some kids threw a ball through the window. In that scene, Sissy is washing clothes in the small laundry room just off the kitchen, so I made sure to include that as well. So the backyard was shown after Leon gets shot by Lenny and Ray Ray, and also during Jerome's funeral. I kept it simple with just a clothesline, and I'm assuming this was a garage, this little square. We also see Franklin and Leon walking back here in the final episode, which was a really emotional ending to such a brilliant series. Now let's head over to Andre's house. For the front yard, I used palm trees from the Island Living pack. They just fit better than any of the other packs. In the pilot episode, Andre is on the front porch while Mel is sitting in the front yard painting her toes, as well as the episode where Andre gets shot and Mel is seen crying in the front yard. And of course, I had to include a police car for Andre in the driveway. So let's head inside. So when building the inside of Andre and Mel's house, I used that episode where Mel disappeared the night before the planned road trip before they went to Spelman. Andre falls asleep on the couch waiting for her to return from her last night out with her friends, just to wake up and find she stole his car. He ends up calling his fellow officer friends to brainstorm where she might be, and they're seen gathered in the kitchen around this counter. The dining table is also shown when Franklin confronts Andre about the file taken from his stash house. As I begin to play with this household, I'll add some family pictures just to make it feel more personalized. So after Mel becomes addicted in season 3, she's shown sneaking out of her window to sell her belongings. I used the functional window from the high school years pack to recreate that little detail, and also Franklin would sneak in and out of the house through that window. Her room is styled like a typical teenage bedroom, fully decorated with posters, photos, and she had a walk-in closet. Since the rest of the home wasn't shown, I added a bathroom and a bedroom for Andre, making this a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house. And that wraps up part 1 of my Snowfall build series. This version with CC is available on Patreon, and the no CC version will be uploaded to the gallery soon. Part 2 will feature Jerome and Louie's house, so be sure to subscribe to the channel to see the complete series. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.